Good morning. Guess what? Yay. Okay, so you know how for months I've been predicting there's been two kind of themes going on, and I wasn't sure if they were going to be like one or the other or maybe overlapping, and it still could be both. But I got incredible confirmation, incredible confirmation yesterday that I wanted to share with you guys to encourage you. I've been talking about this year, even a little of last year, but like about it's the year of the peacock. At least that's what I'm calling it. It's like you pushed out on stage and you're out there in the spotlight going, like just singing my tune and just drawing in those people who like that do tune. Well, I've been singing the do tune about, and another. I know of at least another reader, maybe a couple now that I've heard also talk about the same kind of stuff. So we're on the same wavelength. But the two themes have been the guys, like a bunch of suitors coming through for the feminine at the same time, around the same time. And I've actually seen that happen more commonly than this other scenario, the other scenario being the celebrity counterpart. I do have quite a few of you who are already clients who already have a celebrity counterpart, but I've also been predicting that a celebrity coming through that you haven't met yet, that you may or may not know prior to that. Anyway, still, yeah. So it may be different for some of you. Some of my collective readings lean toward one, and the others lean toward the other, and that's just the way Spirit's been doing it. Because for some of you it is going to be one, and some of it's going to be the other. Some of you will have like droves of men come through, or droves of suitors come through, and then the celebrity pops in at the end. But so take it as it resonates, I guess. But and remember how I've been talking about the star-crossed lover story too, with my story, Holy Father, Grant Us Peace. Watch that video if you have not seen that yet. I talk about how my parents always wanted to be together, and they only had like a couple of happy years, and then all this stuff happened, and I was kind of tormented with it my whole life, and it was like the theme of my life. And it made me, it drove me to this, because I never wanted to go through what they went through ever again. So I was like, I'm going to find something that's going to stick, And so anyway, I've been talking about all this stuff for a while. And this gal that's been coming to me for a while came in yesterday. And she sits before me. Little did I know what I was about to experience. I mean, she just sits down, and do you guys remember that video that I just posted yesterday? And I said, write your story. I wanted to clarify that too, right? A lot of you are very, very nervous because there's all these reports of you coming together with your masculine and it being very spotty. Like they come, they go, they come, they go. They're really wishy-washy. And I always say that that's the immature masculine. And you want to wait until you're masculine. Obviously, you want to wait until your masculine is more mature to where there's more sticking power. And that could take years. That could take a while if you want to wait for that. But yeah, so that tool was to, in this, you can use it in business. You can use it for an interview going well. You can use it for anything that you're nervous about having happen. Write the story as if it's already happened, and you guys have no idea what incredible manifestors you are. What you're thinking about is happening. So only think about what you want to have happen. So I will even catch people say, oh, this always happens to me. And I'll say, stop, don't say that. Choose another thing to say in place of it. But don't say that, say the opposite. That's what you use affirmations for. Whatever you're believing, believe the opposite. Choose to start saying an affirmation to the opposite and you'll move that energy over in alignment with that thing. Anyway, all right, so she comes in. She starts telling me, she goes, you said that I'd meet this guy who this, and then he would do that, and he would do that, and he'd do that, and this would be all that he was about. And she had a twin flame, the spotty kind. And she was just like, you described this guy and that I was going to meet, and he was going to have all these characteristics, all this stuff. And she goes, it all came true. And she said, not only did it all come true, but she starts to get into like the story of it, how it all played out. And it all sounded so freaking familiar. So familiar. I was like, this is like out of this world. Like, you don't hear a report like this every day. And I thought, this is absolutely incredible. And then I said, wait, did you watch my video last night? And she says, no, why? And I said, are you kidding me? And she goes, no, why? And so I grab my phone and I read, because I have the script ready for you guys. If you guys write to me and tell me you want the script, you can customize it yourself. And that way you can be in putting more energy toward it being a good, really, incredible reunion, either a union or reunion, depending on your circumstance. But so I read it to her. And I was a little embarrassed putting that out there. I mean, it seemed idealistic, and I like to stay very realistic. It's idealistic. Let's just put it this way. It's idealistic for most people. It's realistic for me because that's where I vibe at. That to me seemed like absolutely that could happen. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that it already feels like it has. So for me, it was like no brainer, but I knew it would be a stretch for most of you watching. So, but I did that on purpose to get you guys to get out of the fear and get into the embracing of the incredible experience, right? So anyway, so I read this to her. I read the script from yesterday to her, and she's just shocked. She goes, that's exactly what happened. Like, exactly what happened. I was like, is any of it off, at all? No. All of it. Both of us confirmed. Both of them felt it. Both of them shared their feelings completely honestly. Both of them said they were absolutely, completely blown away. Both of them shared all their insecurities. I mean, they are just hard on their sleeves, completely honest with each other, just like the script. It was amazing. And as been predicted for months, he's a celebrity. So I'm not just making this stuff up, you guys. I am not just making this stuff up. I'm telling you. And I told her, I said, you've probably been watching my channel for a while, and you've seen that I've been talking about celebrities dating a lot more normal people. Yes, celebrities are normal. You guys know what I'm saying, though. They're in their own little bubble. Everything they do is reported about. It really is a whole other world. It's sad in some ways, but I think it's a beautiful thing that these power couples coming together. And not only that, but then I start feeling into like so much, because she's like, she goes, it's so unreal and so magical and so incredible. Like, she says, I've never experienced anything like it in my life, a bond like this. And then I said, it's from past lives, and I said, so let's feel into like, some kind of past life that can affirm this for you. So I said, let me see some clues, and I described her the dress that she was wearing, and I described the guy, and I described the colors of their hairs, and the general, some of the storyline and where they were from, and all of this stuff from past life, right? So then I was like, you know what? Let's just look it up. Let's just look up like star-crossed lovers during that time frame, right? So we go to do this, and she just says a couple of names, and I have never heard of the names. She just goes blah 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 and who do, and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but let me just look. Let me just browse through these stories and let me look through some pictures. And I looked and I looked and I looked. And I was like, I had chills everywhere. When I stopped on the picture, I was like, that's the dress. That's the dress I saw you in. And that's what he looked like. This looks exactly like you guys, like what I just saw. And I looked at him and I said, you're not going to believe this. I turned the phone around and it's the names that she just said. She knew. She knew who they were. Oh my God, you guys, there's so much more to this universe than you can ever even imagine. So the star-crossed lovers from that lifetime are coming together in this lifetime, actually able to make it. And that's what I'm talking about. I've been talking about this new earth forming and the excitement of that and how it's all, everybody who's not meant for you is falling apart. Anybody who's breaking up right now, that's a good thing, let them go. You're being pulled and drawn into your ultimate lover, your ultimate true love. Like, and it's working out in this lifetime because it's supposed to, because you guys are supposed to come through and heal it. And they even acknowledge that they're healing stuff from their past life. They can tell. Their relationship is very, very out in the open, and they're very much like talking it out and healing the whole thing. Like, this is what I have had issues with, and let's, you know, and they work together as a team. Isn't this incredible? And so confirming. So, not that that's on the cards for every one of you, but it's enough of it. It's enough of a collective energy that I'm picking up on it. Or maybe it's just my tribe. Maybe those of you who I'm pulling through are those. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But if you're one of those people who you don't have a bunch of guys coming through, you don't have a celebrity counterpart or whatever, don't be disheartened. Like, these people who are writing to me, telling me some of these stories about even if you're looking at the theme of the multiple suitors, those guys are saying, I didn't see it coming. I really didn't see it coming. Like, my love life was dead. And all of a sudden, in droves, confessing their love and all of that stuff. So miracles are happening right now, you guys. Miracles are happening. That's all I gotta say. So don't stay positive. I don't care what kind of circumstance you find yourself in, stay positive, okay? Stay positive. And I always say too, if you, no matter what it is you're facing, whether you're looking to adopt a child or you're looking to, you know, start a new family or you're looking to start a new job or whatever, do not fret. Anticipate the very best thing. Use that script or whatever you need to. It's beneath that video, by the way. You can copy and paste it. I pinned it in a comment. Or you can write me personally and I'll send you the script. But come up with your own version of the story having worked out great. You know? All right. And I may have predicted some incredible things for you as well, is what they're saying, but that stuff is not going to happen until or unless you get rid of the skepticism and any kind of negativity around it or doubt. You got to be high vibing it, you guys. High vibing it, all right? That means that when you're down, you jump back on track. You correct yourself. When you start going down a path and thinking negative, you can turn it around to some successful thoughts. Oh my gosh, that's also a celebrity, guys. A cup of love coming from a celebrity. And look how proud he is. Dun, dun, dun. I did it. Victory, success, accolades, being in the public. You know, and a new beginning in love. So, I'm telling you. I've heard some of you say, well, maybe that'll be you. But no, you guys. I mean, maybe yes, but, you know, don't doubt these things. What? is so unbelievable about you being happy. Why should that be such an unbelievable thing? I was talking to someone yesterday who was afraid to go into their next work experience because they were afraid that they were going to, they've had really crappy, mean bosses and stuff, and I had that history too. I've had some horrible, horrible bosses, and I've been treated like garbage job after job for many years. I was in the corporate world, and you're not allowed to have a personality half the time in those offices. You are just a number. And with as much personality as I had, it was like dampening my spirit. I was like, oh man, I got to go in and work at my desk and do all that, it was like drudgery. And then you're treated a certain way, or you have to suck up to certain people. And anyway, though, I told her, I said, I started working at the lighthouse, and I was like initially kind of like, I don't know. And it's been the most incredible experience. And I've been there for like 3 years. It's been so solid. There's been hardly any kind of drama at all or any kind of issues. It's like, it's been like a dream. It's been like a dream, and it's totally completely turned that old paradigm around. But it's also because I had an open mind when I went into it. I knew history that I had, but I also had a completely fresh mindset and gave the whole thing I kept an open mind as to it being an incredible thing, and it was. It has been. So, gotta say affirmations. And I can help you come up with an affirmation. I will sit there with you in a session and come up with the exact opposite of everything that's been happening to you that's bad, that will make you feel incredible to say. I just did this for somebody yesterday. I just closed my eyes and concentrated on a really great affirmation for her, and I opened my eyes and she was crying. She was like, that would be incredible. So, but that's how misaligned she was, is that was like shocking and incredible. And it's like, okay, well, you've had that chance all along to be believing in that and bringing that in all this time. So now it's time to put the energy over there now. All right, so where are the feminines at this week? Okay, I'm definitely time-stamping this in the beginning for you guys. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear this encouraging stuff, though? It's like, don't skip the good stuff. All right. And I have a friend that's been traveling to Bali a lot, and I went and found that cat. That's why I got that cat, is it's from Bali. It wasn't from her, but it's from Bali. I did get a Ganesh from Bali that's hanging on my wall right now that she sent. That was awesome. Thank you, Jen. You're a sweetheart. Okay. What's going on with the feminines this week? What's going on? She also gave me that incredible. I'm not wearing it. Oh, I took it off last night when I went to bed. But she gave me this beautiful Super 7 bracelet as well. It's on Instagram if you guys want to see it. Where the feminines at? Collective feminines watching these videos. Whoa. What? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. What is this? Oh. Nice. What? Oh, see, this is another thing. What? Wow. Wow, you guys. Well, this is another thing you should be aware of that I was also anticipating or feeling could happen. A lot of you guys might be switching over into masculine energy. This gal that I was talking about at the beginning, when she had this happen to her, she started backpedaling. She started backing away. She started getting scared. And she told herself, like I said that I would. Remember, I promised you guys, I said, if this happens to me and I start running away from this relationship that's coming in, then not that you guys could call me out, but like I would call myself out and I would just be like, no, you are sticking in this and you are going to, because there's a really intense period that you go through where it's kind of like you ever heard of people enlightening by somebody placing their hand on their head or something like that? And they shake rigorously and go through even a lot of pain and it shakes all the bad stuff out of them. And then they are like enlightened afterwards. And you only go through it for like a couple minutes, but it's pretty intense. It's kind of like that when you meet your true love. Sometimes it can be. And so the feminines, it will a lot of times become the masculine in the scenario of the celebrity. You become the masculine, you feel like running. Like, oh, this is too good to be true. Or this is like too, oh, no. And then you jump in that energy of wanting to run. But you guys are mature enough that you've already been the masculine before. Here it comes around again. You've been the feminine all that time in separation. You know what that's like. So you guys are like wiser and you like get into that high priestess energy and you're just like, I am going to, it's not even a stick it out. It is a stick it out. Because if that person like in the, that healer placed their hands on you and enlightened you, you would want to run. You would want to run, but you would stick it out. You would hold that space. You would just like, let it course through your veins. Let the fear be there and express. I am scared right now. I am feeling the intensity of this. This is too much, but I'm here and I'm not going anywhere, So keep that in mind. You may go through that as part of this process as well. So the feminines this week, I don't even know how to read this energy. Let me just sit with this a minute. Let me pause. I'm like, what? This is a doozy, guys. I pulled a couple of clarifiers, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? She's like single and flourishing. She's on top of her game. She is maybe traveling or planning to travel. She's stockpiling her money. She's her career. She's if it's not already taking off, she's anticipating that it will, and she's investing in it. She's making some really major decisions, and she's feeling enlightened. So she may have made some major breakthroughs recently about being single and flourishing. Maybe she's dropped the whole story of even caring if she finds somebody, and she's making decisions based on that knowledge or based on that grounded standpoint. She's just kind of like resigned. She gave up maybe after the holidays and is just like, I'm just going to be standing in my power, doing my thing, singing my tune. But she also knows that she's not going to settle for something short term. She's holding out for the ultimate long-term true love counterpart, even if it takes a while. She's also walking away from changing bad habits, bad eating. She's starting to exercise more. She's getting more into her health, longevity. She is any kind of past regrets she's going through, and a lot of stuff has been purged with this eclipse energy and whatnot. So she's really taken a good look at it. I think I talked about it in my messages from Spirit. If you guys want to watch the messages from Spirit for the same week as this video, it's going to, like, it'll help you see the process of purging when that happens. Like, purging is when old stuff comes up and you decide to let it go. You just let it just move through you, and it's just like, whatever. Like the purging that happens, when you become enlightened or whatever. It's like you just let the old stuff go so that the new energy can come in of whatever it is you're creating. So she's walking away from anything toxic in her life, including maybe judgments. having dualistic thinking, being judgmental, maybe a fear of being judged. She is walking away from guilt and sadness. And like if she's been feeling like really bad that she said or did the wrong thing with her masculine to make things turn out the way it is or something, she's letting that go. And if she was also depressed and sad through the holidays, that's now like lifting off, and she's starting to really nurture and take care of herself and heal. But she's also feeling out what's truly right for her in terms of her true love. She has some clarity this week on who it is she truly wants to be with, that is truly husband material and truly going to be her king. Somebody who's grounded and mature like her. Somebody who can speak his truth and have clear boundaries with people. Somebody who's been cutting away toxic behaviors and toxic people in his own life and, cutting out drama as well. They've both been improving themselves. They've both been working on themselves in many different areas of their lives for the purpose of coming together as a family, a long-term family, having their dreams come true, having their ultimate dreams come true, everything they've ever wanted. And they're feeling very, very passionate about this truth with this husband that they've chosen. Now, whether that be an actual person that they're focused on, it could be that, or it could be the person that they're like calling in the ideal person that they want. Maybe they've written a list, but it's like they know what it is they want. And they're feeling really clear about that. And they want justice. They want things to balance out in their life with that true love. They want truth. They want honesty. They want integrity. They want justice. They may be thinking they want marriage with this person, but they want camaraderie as well. And they are going to fight off anybody who is not that. They're going to, and they're also, some of these gals have been defensive about what's happened with their masculine, and they're letting that go as well. Because they want to close a chapter of their lives that they were in that was more geared towards suffering. And they're wanting to build a future that's going to ultimately lead to their dreams come true, based on them being able to be completely themselves and vulnerable with somebody. Essentially being in their power, very balanced with someone else who will kind of match them on that level. Not that the feminines are always going to be a little bit more advanced intuitively and whatnot, at least in the beginning stages, but some of these masculines will even surpass them when they're in a relationship. So it's kind of a non-point, but basically it's like really just matching each other on the level of vulnerability. That's what it is. They're looking to be with someone where you guys can share your hearts and just be vulnerable together and work as a team together. And she's like holding her place. She's found her place in this world, meaning I know what kind of person I want to be with, and I know what I resonate with now. And when anybody else comes around that's not like that, and who's just like, hey, you want to go out on a date? Hey, you wanted this? Hey, they're like, no, not having it. So some feminines might actually be kicking a habit of drinking. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. They just want more stability in their lives, however that's coming about. It could be in so many different ways. They're just, it kind of feels kind of badass warrior-y. It's like making like huge dietary changes, huge, like starting to work out like crazy, starting to like go running, starting to like do more masculine things, actually, come to think of it. Getting their career like kicked into gear and getting their just being like all about their life purpose. And in the future, they have built a sturdy foundation on which to have like a really strong, a lot of energy stored up. It's like, it feels like somebody even doing Qigong or Tai Chi or energy type work has been boosting their Qi, getting them ready to catapult them into the new stage of their life. They're ready to jump off the cliff with a parachute. You know, they're ready to take some kind of huge leap of faith. And they may have been saving up money all this time so that they can do that as well. They've been also if they did find this person that they want to be with, they're holding on to that. This could mean that it could involve a long distance relationship that they've decided is worth having a long distance relationship for. So they're holding on to that. However they need to hold on to this person, it just feels like more like that stance that I was talking about, like holding the space through that stage. Like I am going to allow this to birth in my life. I am not going to sabotage myself. I'm not going to sabotage myself. I am going to let myself be enlightened. Let myself be enlightened by this situation and let a bunch of really great energy come through for a new life. I'm going to be receptive. I'm going to be receptive about anything being possible. Some of you are even using Ganesh to help you manifest this new life, or have been asking Ganesh to help you, and it's working. It's working. Some of you are also doing cards on a person, or maybe looking at cards for guidance every day. You're empowering yourself with cards. It feels like a good thing. But you're also keeping an eye on that masculine. You may even have, because I'm like, when you do this, when a reader does this, it's like it's involving the throat chakra, which is communication. So they were trying to give me a clue as to the Page of Swords is sometimes a spy card. And I know the most feminine spy with cards. So but they're saying, because of this, they're like, no, Amy, communication. Communication is going to be had. Ugh, God, I think I got to work on the lighting here. So, yeah, this is like being a little afraid to talk because he's just a page. But they definitely are having a conversation this week. Many of you, not all of you, many of you. If all the rest of this has resonated, yeah, you're probably going to have communication this week. And it's going to be about the big reveal. This is why I'm not showing the cards. It's going to be about somebody expressing to you that you're a gift from God, that you have helped them balance out their life. You may have even helped them become single from a toxic situation, or you've helped them get out of toxic situations. But this person's going to convey, they're going to convey that they want to go forward. Now that they feel balanced, they want to go forward. They want to go forward and offer you something freaking substantial. Substantial. Like this could be, work offers. It could be, in this case with the woman at the beginning of this video as well, they're already talking about marriage and they just met. So it could be that they start talking, you guys, start talking about the potential of marriage or moving. just huge opportunities. And I've been seeing the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is not here today yet, maybe in the masculine energy, but no, it's a brand new life. It's a brand new life. You guys are ready for it. All of you are ready for it. It's like the ones that I'm reading for right now. You guys are ready. You guys are so ready, so ready, and you guys are in such a place of power, or at least, yeah, it's power. And when I looked at her, and she's so symbolic of what's happening right now. That's why I'm using her as such a great example, and she is a great example, but she's always seemed kind of like, I'm not even going to describe what she seemed like in the past, but what she seems like now, she's like a new person. It's like I hardly recognized her. And not that she was that dramatically different. It was obvious there was a shift. There was a big shift. She seemed so mature and settled and calm, and it just felt like everything had been set right. It just felt like something really good and really right has happened. She looked content. She looked genuinely happy. She was glowing. She was strong. It was like that moment when like Spider-Man gets bit and then he becomes Spider-Man. So he's like, oh, I'm just this little weakling. Oh, I'm just this little weakling. And he gets bit. Oh no, I got bit. And then all of a sudden, and he's like standing there in this like, what's happened? I'm Spider-Man, and then he kind of starts stepping into his power. This is you guys right now. Both of you. You got bit by the spider. And now you know who you are. And many of you are stepping into that powerful person that you were in a past life. Some kind of princess or goddess or queen, or I had a reading after her where we tapped into a similar energy, that another star-crossed lover pair. We looked into that energy, and I was like, dang, girl, I said, you were so powerful back then. You could have batted an eye. People were scared to death of you. You were like stronger than any warrior, and you didn't have any bracelets on or any kind of, you were like stripped of anything. You were just in your glory with this beautiful gown, and people were scared to death of you because you could blink an eye and somebody could fall into a pile of ashes. So, these beings that we're merging with, we're merging with they felt that too. This couple also felt the merging I've been talking about, the becoming each other thing, the melding together. They just completely confirmed everything I've been channeling for a while now. It's just so affirming, you guys. So, yeah, it was just, this energy that we're coming, we're not only like molding and merging with that person that we love, our counterpart, but we are also merging and molding with that history, that ancient history. So that was a doozy. That was some crazy energy for the feminines. Hang on a minute, because they wanted me to specify a couple things. Yeah, you guys are doing. The feminines are on the upswing, big time on the upswing. All right. What? Oh, they said you could call in the person. You could even feel into who you are and who your lover is. Do a meditation on it. Look up my video, the Divine Guidance Council Meeting, and learn how to do that, and ask who you guys were. or the energy that you're tapping into. You may not have even been that person necessarily, but it could be the essence of that person is trying to help you. So you do merge with that energy that's trying to help you like that. Like Isis, I've been feeling Isis energy like crazy lately. So, and I just saw the 9 of Pentacles when I said that. So the 9 of Pentacles is that woman who's totally in her strength and in her power and in her ultimate glory as a single person. So these incredible high priestess, empress, beautiful, gorgeous goddess, single, flourishing, incredible spirits you guys are not going to be single very long. Not much longer at all. And not only are these men going to be so so happy to have you, but they're going to be the man that you would have always wanted. And not in a way that they, you guys are not going to be perfect people. I want to emphasize that, because so many masculines are both of you actually have your insecurities. You guys are going to have stuff you got to work through. You're going to have your insecurities. You're going to, you're going to be afraid, but you guys have sticking power, and you've got the ability to be mature and to discuss things and to work as a team. And you guys are going to have the passion and the power and the integrity. You're going to have it all. You guys are going to have it all. All right. So we're the masculine. How funny is this? I just talked about the high priestess. The masculines are turning into the feminines, and the feminines are turning into the masculines. Oh, Lord. No, the masculines right now are incredibly intuitive. They have been working on their ability to be so. They may be spying on you. Of course they're spying on you. They've been spying on you for a long time. But that's also been enabling them to step into their power as you're stepping into your power. They see you excelling. They see you doing well. They see you traveling the world. They see you doing all these wonderful things, and they want to be a part of it. Their heart has been breaking, watching you flourish without them. They want to be a part of it. They want to be in your life. They want to have that communication. You guys both have Page of Swords, so you've both been watching each other, and you've both been watching each other pretty heartbroken, like yearning for each other, and it's time for that to end. The masculines have also been pretty conflicted about insecurities, and they've also been battling those insecurities and fighting against them and cutting them out. They're like, okay, I have some insecurities. So does everybody. So who the hell cares? They're like learning to not let that imprison them. And stepping into their power and stepping out of their insecurities like that is making them hone in on you. When they had all the insecurities, they were settling for karmics. They were settling for those relationships that they were going to end up being, like fighting a lot with, and there would be this imbalance, and they would feel kind of imprisoned in that dynamic. But now that they're loving themselves, and now that they are I feel like some of them have been sorting through their deepest, darkest secrets and fears, and they're doing it to heal. They're doing it to heal, to gain clarity, to have justice and make some judgment calls about certain people in their life. And they know that you are the gift from God, and they are completely focused on you, and they're not looking at other options. They're not looking at anybody else, because they have a knowingness about you. You are their truth. You are their guiding light. You're their lighthouse. You've been calling them in for a while. And they want victory with you. They're setting strong boundaries against anybody who has maybe done black magic on them, or has tried to manipulate them or be nasty to them and try to control them in any way. They want away from any drama. They're breaking free of any self-imposed prisons. They are believing in themselves. It's like they have overcome the heartbreak. They've those who've gone through breakups or divorces, they've overcome and felt victorious over it. Like they're super proud of themselves for having done it. And they know that with you, it's like they're almost across the finish line. I get that again with the finish line thing. They know that all that needs to happen is communication. All that needs to happen is a little text or a little phone call or a little email with that person that they've been spying on, and a whole world is opening up for them. Something that's going to be like a dream come true. So that's a 10 of Cups, in case you guys don't know what that is. They are taking you and them in a boat and taking you out of rough waters, rescuing the both of you. Not rescuing is another bad word. Rescuing, what the hell? It's like, let's get out of Dodge. Let's go. Oh God, this reminds me. She's the theme of this whole thing. Because she's also saying that she like when they're together, they feel like they are the only people who exist on the planet. Like they're just in this zone. And that's what I'm talking about. Getting in the boat, just the two of you, going away from the world and all the worldly issues and troubles and responsibilities and all of that, and getting away for you guys to spend some time alone and to restore your souls together, to restore even some past life stuff and go through some major healing. Some of you may be going on some kind of a retreat. You guys are bringing justice. The masculines are bringing justice to anything and everything that has wronged them. They're calling the shots. They're calling the shots on their life now. They've taken their power back. Look at this. Look how triumphant these guys are. This family is escaping. They're getting away. The three of them are in a boat, making some major judgment calls. They've had a reconciliation, and they are free, liberated, and are getting away. The masculines have also been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, in case you didn't know. And they've been feeling, maybe they've been having dreams and things about being with you and offering their love to you, perhaps. This is a romantic gesture that they would like to make to you. They want to offer you their cup. So you're anticipating it, and they're wanting to give it, and they're looking at you. And they're just making some major judgment calls to take you out to dinner or something to celebrate. They want that new beginning. There's that Ace of Wands I talked about. They want that new passionate beginning, a whole new lifestyle opening up for you guys. Celebrating, offering a romantic, oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck. They are offering a romantic gesture, so maybe asking her to dinner or something like that, where they're going to be celebrating, maybe drinking. I just said the feminine's really trying to quit drinking or something like that, but celebrating, whatever that means. If you drink, you'll be drinking. And that's a passionate new start to a whole new lifestyle. There's no small potatoes about that. And then at the bottom of the deck is again that celebrity card, and it's also see this Six of Wands is like victory, success, public accolades, being out in the public eye, maybe even making public proclamations. Maybe they'll be announcing you or something. Dun, 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 the queen has come to my life. So, but they have the Chariot as well, and the Empress. I mean, they basically have sorted through every cup on the planet. They've looked through every cup on the planet and they've looked through all the illusions, they've removed all the masks, and they know you are the woman they want to get preggers. Or that they want this brand new start with. Or that they feel is once they've done all their healing and they get to their ultimate truth within them about what they're really about and what they really, who they truly are deep inside, it's like they know that you are their perfect match. And they're wanting to go forward with you in that balanced way, from that balanced standpoint. They're just looking for that opportunity at this moment. So, wow, brand new beginning happening, you guys. Brand new passionate beginning. And it comes from them valuing themselves. They finally found their value and their self-worth. And you have been their guiding light the whole time, showing them what they're worthy of, showing them what they're capable of, showing them that they truly can shine like the true star they are. Whether they're now the star could also be somebody who's just excelling at their career. Maybe because of their love for you, they've really been a much better leader in their industry. So it doesn't necessarily mean a celebrity or something. I mean, and it could be, it could be anything, but it's like basically them shining in their power as the sun. You have been their moon. They've been your sun. Or the other way around. I gotta go adjust the lighting, and I think we're done here. We're gonna go over and do the extended version now, where we're gonna explore and look through some oracle cards, and I'll do a light language blessing for you guys over there too. All right, click on the link below to order the extended reading if this resonated for you. And if not, and even so, I will see you next week. Have a good one. And please report back, you guys. Write to me on Instagram to encourage other divine feminines about your own journey as things unfold. Share your good news. You can share it without using any names or anything, but just share it so that you can just be encouraging those who haven't come into union yet. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.